Okay, to answer this blanketly, and I'm hoping this covers a lot of questions. Technically, as far as I'm aware, both teams have their full roster at their disposal. So if you're asking if Joxy will play today, if TLO will play today, I can't tell you that. It's up to the discretion of the teams. It's... Oh, I forgot to reset the score here. 1 sec, sorry guys. I tried creating an in-game scoreboard, and look what happens, right? Like, look at this mess it makes. Configure 0 to 0. Alright, I'm trying the in-game scoreboard because a lot of people come in and ask in the middle of the series, like, you know, oh, what's the score? What's going on? I don't even know. So hopefully this helps a little bit, guys. But welcome to the Acer Team Story Cup. This is Team Liquid versus mYinsanity. It's the first cast, the first game of the day in this best of 9 between these two teams. And spawning here in the lower right corner of the map, he's the blue Terran player, mYinsanity's random balloon. So to explain real quick, he does queue as a random player. And unfortunately, Terran is his weakest, according to him. And, ooh, darn, get rid of a... Darn the bull. His opponent at the top right, though, playing for Team Liquid. He's red, he's Protoss. We have him best is HerO. So this is going to be a little bit rough. I think TVP's in a very fickle spot as is. I think both sides of the matchup have seen the OP side of the other. I'm not sure what Balloon necessarily has in store, but going for a gas this early is a little bit curious. At any rate, to explain the intricacies of Balloon real quick, guys, he's an ex-StarTale player. He is a random Korean Grandmaster, really high up there too, worth noting, not just some like random, well, I can't say random, but some silly random Grandmaster player. He's very, very well, I guess, how do I phrase it? Versed? He can play all the races pretty well. It's not like he plays one race at like a gold level and the rest at GM. If you watch him stream, and he does stream frequently, you'll find that he plays all the races very nicely. The problem is, again, though, he's got very little confidence in his Terran. Now, that being said, Balloon's Terran being his worst is still better than some Terrans being their best. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't going to be a bad matchup by any means. But HerO's also not someone who's really too shy in going for the, we'll call them definitive win builds. This is Frost, and Blink has got to be on the mind of poor Balloon. He's got to have some idea that that may possibly be coming. Okay, so that earlier gas was for a much faster factory, which makes me question, is he going to skip add-ons and go straight to the starport? Do the Naked Marines and a couple Widow Mines? We saw Joxy do this versus, I want to say, JYP, I think it was, yesterday for the Acer Team Story Cup versus Evil Geniuses, and it was actually a very devastating push, but I'm not sure if that's exactly what he's planning to do. Let's not forget, too, guys, I don't know how communication works on mYinsanity, but you've got someone like Joxy on your team. You can definitely have him give you a build or two to use this Terran. Back on the other side, though, HerO trying to get that first stock route. He's got the Zealot already coming across the map. He's actually gonna get... Nope, okay, just barely couldn't quite get the SCV. I'm not sure if this means Balloon will try and do the Engineering Bay block, but looks like it will be for that faster Widow Mine, will be for the Naked Marines, and quite frankly, this can hurt quite a bit. So what's going to end up happening here is HerO's ideally going to come across the map. His goal with the stock and the Zealot, poke, cancel an SCV on the low ground, maybe kill a Marine or two if possible, but the Widow Mine changes all of that. Marines have to do a lot of kiting, they can't get a lot done, but they can certainly just back up over a Widow Mine and let it one-shot either of these units, as both the Zealot and the Stalker do get hit by, or one-shot by this. Yeah, so with the Medvac following this up, this is actually something he's got to be careful. Focusing on the Stalker will be the best choice, of course, because Marines can't kite the Stalker like they can the Zealot. Now, after that first hit, he's actually going to be able to chase the Zealot back home. Now, the Zealot moves slightly faster than the Marine, guys. 2.25 compared to 2.2. Oh, actually, oh, I thought the Zealots were fast for some reason. I take that back. I guess it's just being used to stutter stepping to stop and shoot that lets the Zealot catch you as a Marine. I'm just so used to not doing well with my own micro, we'll say it like that. But lifts this up. This is actually going to be a great push, because you know it's going to be at home. But maybe 2 Stalkers, 3 if he chronos out another. The Mothership Core will have enough energy to overcharge, but let's not forget that Zealot's almost dead, and we got the Hellion coming across the map too. This is a very similar build to what we saw Joxy do yesterday, and if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is a build I want to like just copy paste down because it's so darn smooth. Anyways, Widow Mine's gonna probably be unloaded first. Yep, it's gonna try and burrow that. Marines come out following after, and this will go off on the Stalkers, I would hope. No, goes off on the probes. There's some friendly fire on top of these Marines ends up hurting a lot more than helping. Luckily for Balloon, though, no Nexus was down, so he didn't have to worry about canceling a build or getting some zoning mechanisms down. He goes for a bunker right away. Should probably have unloaded those Marines to start healing them. A lot of these have almost no health. Oh, that medevac! If that medevac dies, this is over. This push is done for if that medevac goes down. Does try to go for the mothership core. He probably could have done that paying a little more attention. Let's not forget the Windmine's still here, so he can bait it backwards. Loses the medevac. This is going so poorly for Balloon, but the Widowmine gets the mothership core in the end. 2 Marines still standing, but the bunker canceled and the SCV killed. He's going to back up for the moment. 2 Hellions on this side of the map, though, are not something to ignore. 3 Stalkers don't exactly deal with them very quickly, and he'll be able to kind of skirt past these and go for the probe lines if he wants. Back at home, though, what? Whoa, whoa, whoa! A Banshee? If this had Cloak associated with it, I'd be like, okay, that's a really cool move. But it doesn't, and a naked Banshee doesn't fare well against Stalkers, because Stalkers, guess what? Do bonus damage versus armored. Oh no, that's right, Banshees are light. I'm so dumb. I take this back. But still, it's not the most effective thing in the world, because it doesn't have a lot of health on it. Stalkers will still volley this down very quickly, and while Banshee's DPS is fantastic, it's not intended to fight at home. He's sending this across the map. SCVs are pre-pulled on top of the bunker here. HerO does not have Blink, guys, worth noting. This is just simply a Stalker push. He could walk past the bunker, and that's why we see the SCVs left in the front line. You might be like, Balloon, just put these back mining. What are you doing? You're so crazy. But as we see, this is why. He unfortunately can just walk past the bunker. It doesn't have a lot of DPS associated with it. And, well, he basically has to kill everything on the other side of the map. Stalkers can be warped in. SCVs are pulled into this. 4 Marines inside the bunker, or 2 Marines inside the bunker, 2 SCVs. Ooh, that looked like a lot more full than it was. One big problem from Balloon, if you guys noticed, there were some Marines outside of the bunker that were trying to get in, but those stupid, greedy SCVs were taking their slots. Now he's left with almost nothing at home in his Banshee. Well, its damage is quite limited as the Stalkers start popping out. He's got about 7 kills on it, but that's not going to be enough to win this game. Bunker goes down and the Banshee falls. GG is called, and Liquid HerO will take game number 1 here for Team Liquid.